FlyOver State of Film was shot in front of a live studio audience.
No, another one though. I wish I saw in theaters, but I watched at home, and we all saw it. Was the new Conjuring? The devil.
I don't wish I see it in the theater.
No, I don't wish. I'm glad I didn't have to pay for the new Conjuring.
That's why I wish I saw it in the theaters, because I kept having to rewind and back an hour twice because I was so bored to watch it.
It was definitely the weakest of them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it ranks right up there with that first Annabelle, of just like it's the lower tier.
I like the idea of like switching it up a little bit and doing more like an investigation kind of thing. And like, okay, all right, I'm into that, but yeah, it didn't really fly. Also, was anyone else expecting more of like a Exorcism of Emily Rose, like a little bit of courtroom drama going on?
It would have been so much better.
I was like, are we never going to get to the trial? And then they just gloss over that shit at the end. I was like, oh, okay, well.
It was very disappointing, especially like they've been ramping up her power for some fucking reason, and then it came to a point where it like hurt her more than she used it. So it kind of also became annoying. Like every time she had a vision, it was like, ugh,
yeah,
it's like fuck off.
It felt like a rejected X-Men storyline. Like that's truly with her with
See, I
with
thought
her,
like in the powers. I was like, okay, think of Patrick Warburton and Vera Farmiga as Mulder and Scully. It's a perfect like X-Files episode.
Warburton?
I think I'm more talking.
Awesome.
I think it was just more meaning like.
I wish it was Patrick Warburton. Did I say that? That's even better. That's just I'm just dreamcasting the hell out of it. Like I do like Patrick. To be fair, I like Patrick Wilson in this role, but Patrick Warburton should just be in everything.
Vera Farmiga just reminded me of the scenes when she was like, visioning out. Reminded me of like in South Park when Cartman has all the psychics over and they're going, no, I got you, no. Like, also, did you notice how they like used the CGI old age stuff when they did close-ups on him to make her look older? Like, but then they didn't bother with it in long shots, so she like they seem to age like back and forth how old they are in the whole movie. Yeah, it's a weak.
And also, sorry, what?
Like every other story is just like it's the love between him and her.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
It's just like at some point it's like, God, I get like the whole demon thing. You want to go against the evil with good, and love's good, but like it always comes to those two, and like.
But also how
we gotta con this family out of some fucking money.
That's what I was. Damn it, both of you. Fuck off. Fuck you, TJ. Fuck you, Brian. Fuck it.
I'm surprised.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm surprised with how popular those movies have been, that someone hasn't made a mimic other end movie where they just call them frauds but change the names to like the Churins.
Or why haven't we seen like a flip side documentary, somebody like debunking the Warrens and going back through everything? Like, I'm really surprised we haven't seen something like that. I mean, I know there are videos like that, but I mean like a big budget mainstream,
like an HBO,
right? They do like that.
Vice done a
And you know what I hate about it, and I told this to my wife. We were watching it together, and she was watching like, she literally says out loud, like, oh, did this happen for real? Because it's a case. And I'm like, honey, they're fucking cons. Don't fucking believe anything you're watching right now. And she was like, what? And she literally stopped paying attention to the movie and just started Googling. She spent like an hour and a half
go down a
reading,
rabbit hole if you start reading about the Warrens.
everything about them. So there's probably like a shit ton of people that don't bother to Google at all.
No.
That really believe that the Warrens are heroes. Yeah,
the movies have made them like superheroes. So there's definitely a lot of people that would be shocked and very surprised if you tried to tell them that Ed and Lorraine Warren were most likely, at the bare minimum, con artists, if not like outright criminal. Like, I like to think, because I actually do, I kind of like the movies, and I kind of respect Ed and Lorraine Warren's hustle. So there's also like an element of it that's like, I do like to think that they also thought they were helping, like they knew they were taking advantage and like themselves, but they also thought they were helping, you know.
My favorite two stories of the Warrens about that is that one is Ed. Remember the first movie? There was like a nanny who took care of the daughter. Yeah, that was Ed's live-in girlfriend. Like they were in a polyamorous relationship, but I think it was just like Ed was just like,
show me that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Make them more relatable.
Two is that the second movie in London, the Warrens showed up for literally like 4 days, tried to pull a scam on them, and the stuff that was happening, they're like, "All right, you can get out of here. This is like, we don't want you to do this case."
I mean, and even they work it into the movie, but like it's fully just girls jumping on the bed, and they took a picture of them while they were like jumping in the air and shit, and then they flat out caught the one girl faking it in the kitchen. They work it all into the movie to make it part of the story, but yeah, that was just bullshit.
There's so many scam artists.
But you know, the first movie is true. The one thing that are missing, the one thing that is missing from all the movies, from the 3 ones that they've done, is when they fucking charge the family. They portray these events as if they're out of their own
altruistic.
Yes, we're gonna help everybody, and there's not a fucking scene like, here's the invoice.
They need us.
Yes, here's the invoice.
That's why I like the first movie more, just not because of the invoice, but at least they show like working at the college, like there's more of this is a job. Like they show up to a house and they're like, this is creaky pipes, this is full of shit. Like James Wan does a little more legwork in the first Conjuring than they did in the other ones.
Does he direct these two?
What was the first one?
Movies are like the closest to what I would consider like dumb people horror that I like, you know, like the Paranormal Activities and Insidiouses and like.
I like Insidious 1. I hate all the paranormals. Yeah. What is the first one? What is the one with the clapping?
That's the first one.
That's the first one.
Okay, yeah,
that's pretty good. Yeah,
I think that's just a solid horror movie. That's like a little nuanced. It's terrifying.
It scared the shit out of me. Not of me. A buddy of mine. We were gonna watch Evil Dead, the remake, in the theater, and he shits his every time he's watching a horror movie. So the trailer for The Conjuring played before the Evil Dead.
Oh, that was a great fucking.
And it scared the shit out of him. So he went into the Evil Dead remake already scared,
already freaked out.
Well, guys, you can in the future catch both the Evil Dead remake and The Conjuring on FlyOver State of Fear. They are lined up for interviews.
Evil Dead remake's a good one.
Yeah.
And an episode that I did that no one will watch because it's about a movie no one cares about.
People will watch it.
Oh, dude.